Shalom, shalom is real. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, man, before we get into this word, we must acknowledge our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for allowing this word to come out. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters, man, really get something out of this word, man. In today's word, we're going to name this word envy and wrath, shorten the life, and carefulness, bring it age before the time. It's going to be a very, very important word. Before I get into today's word, I must apologize to those that frequently watch this channel, those that frequently take the time and tune in to the channel and see what we got going on. I treat this channel like a 24-hour restaurant, serving all various types of food to nourish the hungry souls. So if you're hungry, if the spiritual souls are hungry, you know, this is a 24-hour restaurant. You know, we serve all types of food to nourish the spiritual soul. So at any given time, you can tune in, man. And it should be something in this restaurant that you can eat that's going to spiritually nourish your hungry souls, man. What I want to talk about this morning today is the Sabbath day. The Sabbath service, Lord willing, will be coming out later today. Hopefully, I can get you some more. I can upload some more food prior to the Sabbath service today. But we're going to come to you in Sirach chapter 30, verse 24, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 24 in the Apocrypha. And what I want to speak about is envy and wrath. It's something that's a spirit that's dominating a lot of us. A lot of us are walking around with an envious, wrathful spirit. You know, what's envy? Envy is a plethora of things. You know, when you hear envy, what comes to mind? Jealousy, spitefulness, bitterness, resentment. And a lot of individuals are walking around with that spirit. You know, and what's wrath? Wrath is extreme anger. That's the simplest way to put wrath. Extreme anger, fury. What's another way to look at anger or wrath? Rage, annoyance. Yeah. So you have people that's walking around with envy and wrath spirit. It says in Sirach 30, verse 24, envy and wrath shorten the life, man. So think about that. You know, that resentful spirit, that jealousy, okay, that rageful spirit will shorten your life, meaning that depending on who you approach with that type of energy, man, that energy going to get met with violence. That energy is going to get met with shortening your life, man. In Ecclesiastes 7 and 17, it speaks about how you don't have to die before your time. You know, and a lot of us are dying before our time. And envy and wrath is motivating a lot of this. I mean, when you hear a lot of these domestic violence incidents where it's leading to murder, you can best believe there's some envy and wrath being sprinkled around in there. What's my point, man? If you out here operating in the spirit of envy and wrath, dude, you are lining yourself up to have your life cut short. Because again, that attitude, that energy is going to be met with death. So we have to understand that you know better, you do better. So now that you know, now that you're aware that there's people out here walking around envious and wrathful, them are not the individuals you want to surround yourself with, even if it's your loved ones. If they walking around with a spirit of wrath and envy, dude, that's a recipe for death, man. It says in Sirach 30 and 24, envy and wrath shortens the life, and carefulness bring it age before the time. So when we think about carefulness, right, what comes to mind? Being cautious. That's number one. Being cautious, man. Another way you can look at it is being attentive. paying attention to potential danger. And that's something that we don't do today. We're not carefulness. We don't walk around with a carefulness conscious. Okay, we're not being circumspect. We're not paying attention to these zombies. We're not paying attention to these maniacs amongst us. We're welcoming everybody as normal people. We're embracing everybody as normal people. But it's people that you will see in the grocery store that looks fine, seem normal, but is a serial killer, or a child molester. I mean, just a very evil person. We got very, very evil people amongst us. They right in the plain sight, and we're blind to it. We're blind to it. We're meeting people, having conversations, and you think they're all right people. And you look on the news and be like, wow, you know what? I just seen this person in Woodman's, and now they're on the news for murder. Wasn't the first time they got involved with murder, just the first time they got caught for murder. What is my point, brothers and sisters? Carefulness is something we need to be operating in. You have to, how can I put this, man? You have to be circumspect. You have to pay attention to who you involve yourself with. You have to pay attention to the areas that you go in life. Certain places you have to be very careful. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you sisters out there, never pump your gas, never wait till nighttime, or never be out somewhere on your way home and your gas tank is approaching empty and you decide to get some gas in your car at night. Never do that, because you're operating in a carefulness spirit. You have to be careful, okay? I don't care if you think the areas seem to be safe. It's just not a smart idea for a woman to be pumping gas in her car at night when she's by herself. Or if you with your children, I don't care if it's a car full of women. Don't, if you can avoid it, don't pump gas in your car at night. Don't go grocery shopping at nighttime, because you still got to bring them groceries in the house. And you got people lurking all type of times. You'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. So you got to be mindful and operate in the spirit of carefulness. It says carefulness bring age before the time. When you're when you start operating in the spirit of playing chess, when you start operating in a way where when you operating in carefulness, your sensors, your heightened sensors, your surrounding sensors, all of those things, when you can see approaching danger and things like that, it's going to mature you faster than it's supposed to. Like, you're going to be operating in a mature space when the time you should be still immature, learning to get to maturity. That's going to speed that up for you. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, we're out here blindfolded with our ears plugged. Envy and wrath is a serious disease, man, for a lot of people, man. And it says, and carefulness bringeth age before the time, man. So let's just say it to you this way. Jealousy and anger will cut your life short, right? And being circumspect and seeing the pitfalls, the debacles, the roadblocks of violence and trickery, it will, again, speed up your maturity. It'll speed your growth of life up. It'll speed it up, man. You've heard stunted growth, right? In this case, man, your growth will not be stunted as far as maturity of life, maturity of living, maturity of making the right decisions, the maturity of knowing who to surround yourself around and who to deviate from. It's a cold-blooded game, man. I'm telling you. So, like I said, I don't have much else to say on this matter, other than the fact that Envy and wrath will shorten your life, man. If you surround yourself around envious and wrathful people, man, you're lining yourself up for your life to be shortened. And it says, and carefulness bringeth age before the time, man. So it's almost, let's put it this way. You've ever heard premature old age? A lot of times, when you're operating with circumspect, when you're operating with carefulness, it could make you old before your time. Why? Because, man, you know better, you know what's happening, and it'll wear you out, man. Because if you dealing with someone, if you're a spiritual person and you dealing with someone that's non-spiritual, you can't tell them these things that you see because they blind. They're not spiritually able to receive what you're saying. So that getting old before your time, carefulness will do that to you. Yeah, carefulness will do that to you, man, because you in the know, you in the light while others is in the dark, and it will wear on you because, again, you see what's happening out here, man. Yeah. You don't know how frustrating it is, man, to be able to see some of the stuff that's going on out here that most people can't see, and you decide to try to enlighten someone with this information, and they look at you clueless or think you crazy, man. That would drive someone like myself that see what's going on out here to premature old age, because you're gonna be whooped. You're gonna be emotionally whooped. You're gonna be emotionally frustrated, because you see what's going on out here and most of the world don't. So it's like you're miserable in a sense, man. But listen, today is the Sabbath once again. The Sabbath service will, Lord willing, be coming out later today. And hopefully between now and then I can load some more food up for you guys, man, before we get into today's service. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters were truly edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory and honor to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. Shalom.